Hello, welcome to Hindustan Times Digital and my name is Aditya. And today we are going to look at the top camera features of the Poco C3 smartphone. This phone comes with triple AI camera at the back. It has a front 5 megapixel camera and a host of AI-centric features which lets you enhance photos to your liking. So let's dig deep and look into the camera features of the Poco C3 smartphone. So now we are going to talk about the camera features of the Poco C3 smartphone. As we've already talked about, this has a triple AI rear camera setup which includes 13 megapixel, 2 megapixel macro and 2 megapixel depth sensor. In terms of the interface, it's quite clean and simple, and you have the basics essential mentioned here over here. You have the portrait mode, you have a host of other features that you can try out, which includes time-lapse and short videos. You also have the video setup over here, which has different resolution support, 720p at 30 fps and 1080p at 30 fps as well. The Pro mode also lets you define the ISO mode manually. You can also set a define white balance mode and then set up different aperture setups as well. So there are a host of centric features that you have, the filter modes and so on and so forth within the rear camera setup. Now we are going to try out and see the kind of picture quality that you get with this phone, and as you can see, the rear camera setup with the 13 megapixel offers different kind of variation. You also have these AI features which enhances the overall quality of the image, which is essential for people sharing it across different social media platforms. You also have the Google Lens feature, which lets you define different kind of things that you want to try out using the internet features, and it lets you define the kind of things that you have inside the frame. Then you have this filter feature, which is quite varied and diverse in terms of its options. And then yes, you have this beauty mode as well, which is defined in terms of the numbers, so it goes up to 100 level. And then you have the filters, which is rhodium, gourmet, film. So you can basically choose from a host of other options that's available for videos and photos as well. So this is the rear camera of the Poco C3. Now let's look at the front camera of this phone. As you can see, this has a 5 megapixel selfie camera right inside the punch hole housing at the center of the phone screen. And this phone's selfie camera is also quite diverse in terms of features. It has a beauty mode and filter mode as well, and as you can see, I can define the beauty quality of the image taken with the selfie cameras. And then you have a host of other filter features that you get. You have intense, you have warm, you have memory. So basically it depends on the kind of frame that you want to capture and the kind of quality that you want at the end of the day. It also adds HDR support in the front camera, which is quite a good thing to have for this price. And then you have video recording at different resolutions, and you can set up a 1:1 photo, you can set up a 16:9 photo or a full screen photo as well, which looks something like this. So these are the camera features of the Poco C3 smartphone. So the Poco C3 smartphone not only has AI-centric features in the rear camera, but the front camera as well. Apart from that, the rear camera setup is diverse in terms of its capabilities, which also helps in different kind of video recording shootings. This is the Poco C3 smartphone with triple AI rear cameras.